so that we can chat. Okay, y'all. So, tag your team members or your leaders. Hopefully, I'm still on Leaders in Light. That's where I'm meant to be. I wanted to come on and talk really fast about reinstatements and why they matter, why everybody should be utilizing the fact that people can come back completely for free, and why that's something really, really important to utilize in your business. So I went to go and pull a report this afternoon that was going to tell me all of the people on my team that have reinstated, not just my personal people, but anybody on my personal team. So if you're a director, then your people wouldn't pull up on mine. But what I realized is that I definitely need to do a training on reinstatements on my own team page, but I also wanted to come on here and really feed into you guys first, because I think that the reinstatement situation is very, very, very underutilized, because I think that a lot of people focus, me included, on getting new people when people who used to sell could still be successful, because you don't know why that person went inactive. You don't know if something in their personal life happened. You don't know if they just had something tragic happen, or if it just wasn't the right time for them. Like, you don't know what was going on in somebody's life that made them not work the business or buy from themselves. At the exact same time, you also don't know what someone's training was like and what their culture was like when they were previously in Cincy. A lot of people join Cincy and they don't realize that who you join under matters, and the type of training that you get matters, the type of support you get matters. And sometimes people go inactive because they didn't have the support or whatever. So long story short, we need to be using the reinstatement, the ability to come back for free, to our advantage. Because at the end of the day, we are still trying to bless people. And we can't bless people if we're not bringing them back into the business. We can't bless people if we're not asking them to come back. I have multiple people who buy from me who used to be consultants years and years and years ago. It doesn't matter if you were a consultant back in 2004 when Cincy first opened. You can still come back for free. And they do not have to buy a reinstatement kit. I highly encourage all of my people to do that. But if they're super, super skeptical and they just don't know, guys, let them come back for free. They don't have to even have a website. They can just place their orders through the workstation and try it that way. I've had a couple people who say that they can't afford the $59 kit, but they'll pay for their website. Then they can pay for their website and start collecting orders and doing the same things. And guys, Cincy has changed so much since a lot of these people have joined, and so many things are different. And I think that it's super, super important that we're still utilizing that, because growing your front line, whether it's brand new people or people who used to be in Cincy, is always going to be the way to grow your business. If you want to grow a big business, you need to grow your front line. You can't find the rock stars without going through some people who maybe didn't do anything the first time they joined. And I know that there are specific people on this team in particular who sold Cincy before and never did anything, and now have promoted to star, superstar, and director. And it's because the timing was right and because they got the right support. And I mean, when someone reinstates, if they decide that they're going to reinstate and then still not do anything, no, you can't do anything about that. But I really want to encourage you to ask anyone who had ever been a Cincy consultant before if they knew that they can come back for free, that they have the option to buy the reinstatement kit. All they do, if you don't know how to do it, look it up on the workstation. It's super simple. And they do not have to use their previous sponsor. They should use you. And you can bring them in. And I know there's people that are like, well, you don't get incentive points, you don't get this, that, and the third. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, if you're doing this for incentive points, people are going to know and they're not going to want to join your team anyway. You should be inviting people into this business to bless them. Okay, so I have had 4 reinstatements this month. And it's not because they just came to me. It's because I have been building relationships. It's because I've been posting about it. I've been letting people know that it's super simple to reinstate now. Before, when you wanted to reinstate, you had to send an email, and then Cincy had to approve you, and it was like weeks and weeks, and there wasn't a reinstatement kit. And we have improved in that area so much that as long as they know their consultant ID number, they can do it completely on their own. Completely on their own. They don't need to call Cincy. They don't need to send an email. Now, if they don't remember their consultant ID number, if they weren't previously on your team, then yes, they may have to call consultant support. But you never know who's been watching your story and wishing that they could come back to Cincy and sell again, to buy Christmas presents from themselves or whatever. Like, people don't realize that that's an option. And just because you've posted about it once doesn't mean that your audience knows that. And I think that that's something else that a lot of people don't realize is, like, I post about the joint opportunity, reinstatement. I post about all of that stuff a lot and consistently, because different people are watching at different times. You know, the algorithm changes. People's situations literally change within seconds. Something I post today may resonate with somebody next week or even next month, when they realize, oh my gosh, Christmas is coming and I really want all these warmers. I should just join and buy for myself. But reinstatements are still very, very important. Growing your front line is always going to be important if you are wanting to grow your business, no matter what. And I think for me, I know that I need to, like, change my verbiage on, like, my monthly goals. For instance, if my monthly goal was to, obviously I have if you follow the 2x2x2 rule, which is 2,000 PRV, 2 new team members for 2 years, and you will build replacement income for your full-time job. I always live by that rule, and I always strive for that. So I would say 2 new teamies. And I'm still going to say you still need 2 brand new people. Don't just go try and find the people that used to sell. But instead of saying, I guess, new team members, I just want to find 2 team members. They don't have to be brand new or whatever. So I'm going to definitely change the way that I word it and remind myself that it doesn't matter why someone didn't do something years ago. What matters is now. What matters is today. And you could be the blessing in someone's life to completely change it by inviting them to come back. A lot of people don't realize that our, like, coming back policy is what it is. Some people think that they can never come back if they go inactive. When you hear the word inactive or I can't sell anymore, a lot of people have a negative connotation with that, and they don't realize that they can literally log in and come back for free. Train them like a brand new consultant. Let them borrow some testers if they don't have the $59. Guys, people need this blessing. And it's just been put on my heart this afternoon. I did not plan on doing a video on the way to get my kids, that we need to make sure that we are letting people know that they can come back for free and earn Christmas money. If you have a customer that's buying from you all the time that used to sell, if they're spending anywhere near close to $200, we have got to get them being paid back on their purchases. I mean, if you have somebody that isn't didn't used to sell. You need to be having those conversations. But just remember that reinstatements are a thing. They're valuable, they're needed, and we just need to be out there blessing all the people. All right? Y'all have a great rest of your afternoon.